Welcome back, ladies and gents, to another episode of Star Guides. My name is Byronic, and today I dissect the MISC Endeavor, a brand new concept ship focused on science, medical treatment, and meth production. Now, this is an early guide focused on the conceptual design of the Endeavor in hopes to help you decide whether or not you'll pick it up when it eventually goes on sale. That being said, let's get started. For science! In the $56 million letter for the chairman, Chris Roberts announced the first winner of the fourth wave of concept ships, which of course was the MISC Endeavor dedicated research platform. This ship is extremely customizable with the ability to run a dozen different packages, including advanced long-range scanners for jump point identification to significant shielding upgrades for dangerous situations. Externally, the Endeavor is dotted with sensor hardpoints. Internally, however, is where this ship really shines. The main compartment is modular, allowing multiple configurations, including a Hope-class floating hospital. With this configuration, you can support your friends or organization with battlefield support by getting your injured players back into the action as soon as possible. Also with this configuration, you can fit into the docking bay a Cutlass Red ambulance, which is also the first hint at a name for one of the Cutlass variants. Now, the Endeavor isn't just a floating hospital or science facility. The modular nature of the ship also allows for narcotic production on an industrial scale and black market surgeries. Okay, so we know what the ship is, but why is it important? To be concise, I'm going to break the Endeavor down into the basic trinity: combat, trade, and exploration. These are the three pillars of which most people will focus their energy on, and all of which deserve discussion. In this guide, we're going to start with combat. As a primary support ship, the Endeavor will most likely be built with hardpoints favoring utility and defenses rather than offensive power. However, that isn't to say that the ship won't see some action. There is one pattern that always follows combat: injury and death. Now, many larger ships come equipped with small infirmaries, and in the case of the Idris, a medical bay. In large fleet battles, however, the Endeavor will shine as a Hope-class medical ship, providing large-scale and advanced medical treatment that no other ship can offer. Likewise, with the ability to harbor a Cutlass Red ambulance, bringing down friendlies to you becomes far more manageable. That being said, the Endeavor will be one of the most important ships in a fleet-scale battle. The ability to put Marines and pilots back into the fight provides such a significant advantage to whichever side owns that ship that it will be the difference between winning and losing. Moving on, let's talk about exploration. The Endeavor is equipped with a myriad of sensors, advanced tech, and shields powerful enough to sit comfortably in the corona of a star. These unique attributes provide explorers with tools no other ship can offer on a grand scale. As a general view, all of these concept ships have been industrial level variations of their lesser ships, with the Orion as the mining platform and the Reclaimer as an industrial salvage vessel. In this case, the Endeavor is a dedicated research platform that will offer advanced utilities that ships like the Aquila cannot. As for the actual benefit of science in exploration, a recent tenant for the chairman stated that having science ships analyze the native flora and fauna of a planet is just as important as finding a planet, exploring that planet, and its ancient ruins. The Endeavor will not only excel at that, but also allow for discovering space anomalies and jump points. Finally, we have the trade and industry. Considering that this will be my focus in the persistent universe, you could only imagine my excitement at the release of this ship. The Endeavor is essentially a flying meth lab.
You're goddamn right.
With this ship, you will be able to mass produce narcotics, which is a commodity all in itself. With the Endeavor, the power is 100% with you because you can either produce and sell the narcotics directly to the end user, or produce and sell it to smugglers who could take on that risk themselves. Either way, you get paid. Outside drugs, the Endeavor can also be built for what Chris is calling black market surgeries. This could potentially mean illegal human augmentations and body chop shops for the organ market, or something as simple as offering medical services far from home but without a license. We honestly don't know. What we do know is death of a spaceman plays a significant role in your time with Star Citizen, and I'm sure many of us will die at some point or another. In that way, this keeps hospitals and black market operations at a premium because death is always a hair trigger away. Alright, so we've broken down some of the Endeavor's potential roles in combat, exploration, and trade. The real question now is if the ship is truly worth your money. Before we get into that though, I think I can offer some healthy speculation on potential pricing based on what we've seen thus far. Of the concept ships, 2 have gone on sale. First, we have the industrial salvage ship, the Reclaimer, which is sold at $350 and the 890 Jump Super Yacht, which came in at $600. So far, CIG has been mostly consistent with pricing based on ship size, rarity, and type. For example, while the F7CM Hornet sold for $165, the Vandal Scythe sold for $300. While both of these ships are the same type and very close to each other in capability, the Scythe is one of the rarest ships in the game. In another example, we have the 890 Jump, which is both large and rare, giving us that $600 price it has today. So, what does that mean for the Endeavor? Well, as for the size, we can assume it's going to be a large ship as it's both a research, hospital, and industrial narcotics platform. As for the rarity, that's more of an arbitrary attribute assigned by CIG. I will say though that I think it will be more common than the 890 Jump, but rarer than say the Reclaimer. Likewise, considering medical equipment doesn't come cheap, that also adds to its total price. I would say, based on a current ship cost and historical examples, the base model of the MISC Endeavor will cost a range of $350 to $450. Now the real question is, should you buy this ship? This is a complicated question with a short and a long answer. The short answer is this: do you have lots of extra money in your bank account? Do you enjoy support roles and have friends to crew your ship? Do you secretly wish you could live out some Breaking Bad fantasy? If you answered yes to most of these, then the answer is yes. As for the long answer, I think that the MISC Endeavor is easily one of the most important Wave 4 ships available. The capabilities of supporting your fleet with medical assistance, exploring areas of the verse otherwise impossible to reach, and trading in high-risk, high-reward commodities makes this ship not only one of the best choices of the Wave 4 ships, but one of the most versatile ships in the game, period. However, it does come with some potential downsides. The vast majority of the verbiage used in the letter from the chairman indicated that all of the upgrades, tech packages, and the cut lists do not come with the ship. This makes sense, of course, based on the variant system Star Citizen uses. The problem, though, is the Endeavor could end up costing an enormous amount of in-game credits to become fully outfitted and optimized. That being said, I would not recommend melting all of your ships just to buy the Endeavor if you plan on pledging for it. Now, depending on the price, I would fully recommend picking up the ship if and only if you meet most of my requirements in the short answer. As a side note, you are more than welcome to pledge for the ship for the sole purpose of supporting CIG as a company. The goal of this video, however, is to help people make smart purchasing decisions, which will translate to their in-game experience come Persistent Universe. Alright folks, that's it for me today. I can't tell you how excited I am to see the tech specs of the Endeavor in the months to come, and I will most certainly make a video covering the updates. Now, I have a question for you guys. Assuming the price is $400 US, would you buy the MISC Endeavor? If you did, what would you use it for? Would you use it for fleet battles, exploration, drug deals, or something completely different? In any case, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. My name is Byronic, and that is it.